So I'm expecting some DApp, developer will finally become block producer.
I suppose. Remember, block production, being a block producer, it's going to be a ton of work and your income is limited. Whereas if you're a DApp developer, your income is as big as your customer base,
yes,
right? And so I'll give you an example. I did a calculation on what a block producer with 2% of the vote would earn per year, and it was a couple $1 million.
Yeah,
I think
it's not much.
3 million, 4 million.
Mm-hmm.
It's not, I'm not turning that down. I'll take that. But that you got to pay for your servers and your staff and so on, and you're capped at that level of income.
Mm-hmm.
And the token price might go up or down, but you're not going to get any more money than that. And so you are a utility.
Mm-hmm.
You are like the power company. You've got a
Yep.
fixed income. You're making blocks, and that's all you can do.
Yeah.
Whereas a DApp, if you created a decentralized Uber,
Mm-hmm.
and you got 1% of what Uber is bringing
Mm-hmm.
in per year, you're making 30, 40, $50 million a year coming through this DApp.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot more than 4 million, guys. And in the sky's the limit, and you can take that outside the United States. You can take it around the world. You can spin it off into other things, motorcycles, self-driving helicopters. I don't know what the future holds, but clearly the DApp developers have no ceiling on their earnings if they can solve real problems for real people.
All right.
So yeah, DApp developers might become block producers, I suppose,
Mm-hmm.
assuming that the rules allow that, which we do have. I suspect that we're going to have, I'm actually writing it right now and I'm late, I'm sorry. We have a block producer agreement, and I think that we ought to have a rule that says that you have to disclose who owns you if you're a block producer,
Mm-hmm.
and you shouldn't share more than 10% ownership between any two block producers. You shouldn't have like one person that owns 50% of 5 block producers.
Right.
And so we'll have some rules around that. And so yeah, a DApp developer could own a block producer candidate, and that candidate might get enough votes. My question would be why?
Mm-hmm.
What's the upside? Now, if you're an exchange, I can see why you might want to run a block producer so that you've got like front row access to get your transactions to happen. You might feel safer.
Mm-hmm.
You might want to have your hands in the game technically, so you know that the chain is being run really well.
Mm-hmm.
And even then, there's some risks because in exchange, if you're also a block producer, you can front run transactions. You can order the sequence in which transactions occur if you're a block producer. It's one of your powers. And if you're an exchange and you're ordering transactions, you can put your transaction ahead of everybody else's transaction and get better pricing. Woo! Which again will be a violation of the block producer agreement.
But on that, one exchange cannot see other exchanges' flows, right?
Well, all transactions in the mempool are visible.
But they cannot differentiate, one between another. So they cannot know other guys' transaction.
Oh.
Yeah, so
how would anybody know if you did front?
but there is no such thing of front running, because you don't know other exchanges, trades on chain. You cannot read other blocks.
I don't know. I have to look into it more.
Yeah. So don't worry about it. It's secure.
I worry. It's my job to worry. I worry all the time.
I think it's secure. So you can only do something evil within or among the tradings made through your exchange.
Okay.
Yeah, you can. For example, I can put my trade in front of Cox. Even
if we're on the same chain exchange.
Yeah.
Right. And that will not be visible on the chain, would it?
Right.
Ooh, yuck. That's risky. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess that we're not going to solve every problem. All right, fine.
Mm-hmm.